Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm in my car. As you can see, it's raining outside. I've actually just been to Camber Sands. The weather was not as bad as this when I got here. It was lovely, very windy, very cold, but not raining. And yeah, it was really nice. This car's getting steamed up. The car's getting all steamed up. So I had to turn the engine on, open the windows. So yeah, it was nice, and I've got some footage that I'll be showing you now so you can see. It was really lovely, and I wanted to tell you about my scent of the day today. I wanted to revisit one that I've only done first impressions on. I did a live stream first impressions on Eugen's fragrance Belle Âme. This is the second one from Eugen's line. Perfumer is Antoine Lie. Belle Âme means beautiful soul. So when I first tried it, I absolutely loved it, and you'll see that if you watch the live stream. If you did watch the live stream, you'll see how much I loved it, how much it fulfilled and exceeded my expectations. And then I haven't talked about it since. I think I might have done an Instagram post. Actually, I did do an Instagram post, and I was trying the odd spray on my hand here and there. I didn't want to use up the sample. Then there was only a little bit left, and I actually gave the sample to Dan, Mr. Smelly, because he wanted to smell it. I think he did a live stream where he smelled it, and I kept thinking, I don't know. There was one thing about Belle Âme that I wasn't sure about, and there is this slightly funky animalic note in there that I thought was cumin. And Eugene doesn't think it's cumin, and I spoke to Rich Mitch about it, and he says he doesn't think it's cumin. He describes it, I don't know if I want to say how he describes it. He describes it as smelling a bit like a used condom with the ladies' secretions on it, shall we say. And that's a more polite way of saying what he said. And I get that it's a sort of, not necessarily the lady secretions part, but latex is a slightly latex rubbery type note in there. Now I only get it for I think a short period of time anyway, and it's not really strong, so I wanted to retry it, and Rich Mitch sent me another sample, which is what this is, and because I wanted to retry it, because I wanted to decide whether to buy it or not. And I'm pretty sure, spoiler alert, pretty sure I'm going to buy it. So wearing it today, it's been on my skin for about 4 hours, and it radiates up. I've only got a few little sprays around my neck, and then I've got one on my arm, hand, and then I did a refresher just now, just this second. I did a refresher up here to get the opening notes. So I'll put the notes on the screen because I won't remember them all, but predominantly to me it's an iris fragrance, which I love, absolutely love iris, and this has real proper good iris in it. It has a Tonka resin ingredient in there, which I think helps to give it the sweetness, and I get a mineral like element from it, like pebbles or petrichor, you know, rain, sunshine after the rain kind of thing, just a little bit of a mineral edge. And I do get that slightly rubbery note in there, but only for a little while. I don't know how long exactly, I haven't measured it, but maybe half an hour to an hour or so. And when I'm wearing it around here and it's just radiating up, I don't really pick up on that rubbery note. Only if I examine the perfume, only if I go right up to my nose, do I pick out that slightly rubbery smell, which I thought was cumin. And I still think it smells similar to cumin, but I guess it doesn't have a curry like note to it. It's got the sort of smoky-ish element of cumin, but it doesn't smell like BO, which cumin does, and I think that's the curry like nuance of cumin. It's just got this lovely sweetness. There is a bit of vanilla in here. I don't think, it's not a vanilla fragrance, and I'm not sure I would necessarily pick out a separate vanilla note, but it just kind of blends in to give it that lovely smooth sweetness with that iris. It smells pale blue, almost grey, which is one of my favourite colours. I've got a jacket in this specific colour that this smells like to me. Almost lilac, but kind of grey, on the grey you know, on the grey spectrum, but still bluey lilac. That's how it smells colour wise. Yeah, I do think of concrete dust. It's almost a little chalky. There is rose in here. It's not a listed note because Eugen said you shouldn't really be able to pick it out. When I first smelled it, I did think there was rose in here, but I think I don't necessarily smell rose. I think it smells like the kind of perfume that just has rose in it usually. I think that's probably why I said rose. It's on the lines of Missia, but Missia's sweeter, more girly, more floral. This doesn't really smell floral to me. Iris is a floral note kind of, but it comes from the root of the flower. Iris doesn't smell like flowers to me. Flowers smell like flowers, rose and tuberose and jasmine and all that, they smell like flowers. Iris doesn't smell like flowers to me, so I wouldn't call this particularly floral, whereas Missia has a lot more rose. I think Missia is a ballpark fragrance, but Missia is sweeter, has a lot of different things about it, but it has got some similarities with that kind of like iris, sweetness, rose. But this has something else. This is different, it's more grown up, and I would call this elegant, sophisticated. It's mostly clean with that slightly dirty rubbery element to really give it a good contrast, but it's beautifully balanced, and it seems to be quite long lasting. I think it's very potent because I'm still smelling it. It's very cold, and I'm going to show you the footage of me. So when it was really blowing a gale and I had my hood down because it wasn't raining, I wasn't smelling the fragrance because the wind was really strong and it's just pushing any smell away from my nose. As soon as I put my hood up, I could smell the fragrance again, and it's beautiful and it's comforting as well. It's very comforting. It's like wearing a beautiful soft cashmere sweater or something like that. Really, really comforting, and it was so nice. So I was walking against the wind. No, I had the wind on my side. The wind was pushing me back to my car, but it was also pushing all the rain into my coat. I've got to show you how wet my coat got. So this is my coat. You can see the dry bits are lighter, the wet bits are darker, and the back of the coat is just soaked. That's the back of the coat. It's actually completely soaked. So yeah, I got completely soaked, but as I did the hood up, the smell of Belle Âme just radiated around me, and it was beautiful and comforting, especially in that particular situation where I'm in the horrible rain and wind and I just wanted to get back to my car. It was just an added layer of warmth, and it was just so nice. So yeah, this is not a full review because I am going to be buying a bottle of Belle Âme and then I'll do a proper review for you, but this is really just to give you a little more on my thoughts on the fragrance. I wanted to talk about how it makes me feel, because that's one thing that when Eugen came on a live stream to talk about his fragrances, one thing that he said is he likes reviews, or he enjoys reviews where people talk about how the fragrance makes them feel. And I said to him, oh, I don't think I really do that much, so it's something that I want to do more. And then I forgot about it. But then wearing this today, and the fact that I have got a video on my mind that I'm going to make. I'm making a video on fragrances, sophisticated, elegant, grown up, put together kind of fragrances. So I'm going to do that video. And when I wore Belle Âme today, I thought I've got to include this one because it makes me feel sophisticated, put together, grown up, elegant. And so yes, Belle Âme will be in that video, and that's how it makes me feel. And it also makes me feel cozy and comforted. So I am going to be buying it. I'll be doing a full review. That's it really. I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.